Right, lads. So I'm just going to go over again why you need to start reading if you're into self improvement and why it's not like a joke, why so many successful people do it, and why starting now is so important. So, for me, I started reading when I was quite young, like some people did. When I was younger, I was into like little fiction books, that sort of thing, but I just stopped because I kind of fell out of it. I just grew up a bit, thought, oh, reading's for losers, that sort of thing. And then when I was about 21, I started kind of getting back into it because, I got into the self-improvement game. I was like, oh, so what can I do, to actually better myself? And I thought, right, reading. And then I just started like, looking at little books like from Grant Cardone, that sort of thing. Just went online and just like read like PDFs and like, right, this is actually quite interesting about real estate. And then I knew my brother read like some personal finance books, but like yeah, what I like about books so much is when you read something, there's so many components to it, but basically the main things are when you read something, you've learned something new and it's changed your whole reality. Because if you think about it, if you read a book, it's basically it can alter your whole reality because you can learn one concept and it changes you. So it's like you're basically taking like a wormhole basically or a black hole and you're going through it because you're going through a different reality. All right, anyway, it's a bit complex, but yeah, and another thing is when you learn something from one book, it kind of you hook it onto your brain and then you can apply it onto other things in your life. So it's like you learn one concept and then it's like you use it over in another book and it kind of layers and layers and layers. But yeah, the main one I started out reading was Rich Dad Poor Dad, okay? Because this one's so good. It's just about personal finance and it's talking about how the system of getting rich is like broken and how what they're teaching you right now is actually not wrong. So it's basically like personal finance for beginners. It's the basic one. And that's basically one of the key parts is it talks about middle class or rich. And it shows the graph of like a rich person's um like asset control and their income and how they're using it. And then it shows the poor person and then the middle class. And then when I saw that, I was like, right, so how do I get on the rich side? It's basically someone that owns assets, real estate, investments, that sort of thing. So that was a really good one to start off with. That one really changed me a lot. That was good. But then I read this one, which is about basically the matrix and the script of life, unscripted, and how literally everyone's just on like a scripted path of work a 9 to 5 office job, do the same thing, mortgage, career, that sort of thing. And it's just like how you're basically trading 5 days, and it goes in so much detail. Like this is such a good one. I recommend. It's actually it's really opens your mindset. Like it shifts your mindset so much, and that's the great thing about books. It changes your mindset about ways you think about it. So it's like that one. It was saying how, if you were given an investment to a guy and he said, right, I'll give you £50, and then that guy comes back a week later and he goes, oh, sorry, I've lost you £300. Here's your £200 back. Would you do that? It's like, no. But that's what he's saying. He's like, your days of the week, you give 5 days of your week for 2 days back in return. It's like no one would ever take that return on investment. Like it's stupid. Literally, it's a negative return. So why do people do that with their lives and their time? It's because they don't value it. But yeah, it goes into really big detail and it's just about entrepreneurship and how you can start that. But yeah, that's a class one. Highly recommend it. He's got the other one, Millionaire Fastlane, as well. MJ DeMarco, and I've got the other one, but it's really good. It's good for your mindset, if you're into entrepreneurship. And then this little one I got, Don't Believe Everything You Think. Now this one is quite short, but honestly, it's so good. It's about explaining how your thoughts are what creates your like all the problems in your life and basically your reality. And it's like the way you think about things is what's making it good. And I sometimes just reread it again because it's quite short, but it's so good. It's so impactful because I've gone on about it before, but if you just think about your thoughts and your life and like how there may be so many negative things, but it's how you look at it. And it's so key. Like I've stopped complaining as much at all, and when something bad happens, I kind of just get over it like quite quickly because I learned to accept it, and then I learned to just realize that I'm making bad for myself, you know. When I went through like lockdown and that sort of thing, and it was horrendous, when I look back at it, I realized that it was my own mind that was making it bad. It was my own thinking. Like, there was nothing actually bad happening. It was like that saying, it's like, the only the only way metal gets destroyed is by its own rust. And that's like your mind, yourself, and your thoughts and your mind. It's like, you can either cultivate your mind to help you better yourself and make you win in life, or it destroys your life, you know. And yeah, so it's just so key. It's just why thinking is like all your suffering, and that's what's causing it. But yeah, those are some good ones. I mean, there's loads more I could recommend, but basically it's just about finding stuff you're interested in, going online, and then just pick it up and just make it a habit to read every day. And I've gone on about it so much, but honestly, it's so good. Like, literally recently, I just got this one, The Art of Spending Money, and it's the second one of The Psychology of Money. I literally just finished it, and it's so good because one of the key concepts he says is that you need to stop thinking about money as an accounting hobby and just seeing it as like a game, but you should view money as a tool to improve your life. And that's so true, because the majority of my life is just focused on increasing the number of my investment portfolio. And it's like, that's not going to give me actual fulfillment. Maybe it'll be beneficial when I'm a lot older, but when I'm older, I'll have way more money. So it's like, who really cares? Like, so yeah, it's like that thing. It's like, use money as a tool. Do not make money be the master of yourself. You're the master of the money. And I honestly, because I read all these books about, you need to invest, like compound interest, all the money you can put in today will be worth, like if you put in like £100 today, it'll be worth £1,000 in like 20 years. But it's like, who cares if you've got £1 million in the bank account if your life is ass and you've had no memories throughout your life? And it's like, you need to use money. Don't make yourself a slave to it. But those are some just quick ones. But I'm going to go over why just reading is so beneficial again. It's like, there's so many things you can learn. Like, it's like the things you don't know are holding you back. Like, there's so many things in your life that if you just knew, it would give you such a better life. Like, there's concepts and books I learned, like The Slight Edge, like that book, that altered my reality, because there was like it was just a concept of just showing up every day, and that's what matters. And like, if I didn't read that, I wouldn't show up and do things. And I view every day as like a little like stone on a wall, and that's what's gonna bury you. So it's like, the things you don't know is what's holding you back. And honestly, just try it. You know, pick something that you're actually quite interested in as a topic, and then yeah. But other ways it helps you, it just helps your communication skills as well. You know, if you've read, imagine the man that's read 100, like 100 to 200 books in a year, or 100, let's say 100 books, or 200 books over a couple of years. That person is going to be so much more articulated, and just his thinking and his brain is processing over someone that's never read a book in that period of time. Like, think about it. And that's why I always think, like, imagine me in 5 years, if I read a book every day, the amount of knowledge I'll have, and the amount of that you'll make way better decisions. And there's so many things that just come from it, you know, benefits. Like, you can talk to someone, like, you can have better communication skills, you're better selling, because you're able to think about things differently. And then another thing is, it improves your memory so much. Like, if you're reading every day, because your brain's processing using different parts of your brain for memorization, and it's linking to the past things you've learned, my memory's improved so much. Like, and it sounds a bit how, but you just need to try it and just give it a couple months, couple years, and you'll see the benefits. So yeah, that was just another one. So yeah, just go on Amazon, find a book that you would like. If you don't like it, you can always just return it if it looks brand new anyway. Like, that's what I actually do with quite a few books. Like, I've got loads here, but yeah, that's just my recommendation. But yeah, let's go, lads. Let's get some fucking books. Let's get some knowledge.